But like, oh, we got freedom from Spain. And this is also a what's it called? An event. It's called El Grito de Mexico, which is Viva Mexico. So every September 15th, they have an event, which is Grito de Mexico. They all gather in front of the famous place and all this stuff. And then, well, let me give you background information about it. See, well, Spain tried to conquer Mexico in 1512. And they came with 500 soldiers, which is, yeah, like I was saying, Spain tried to grab Mexico. It was like conquer all Mexico. Also, this is just the event by itself. It just reminds me of like all my ancestors. Just like they fought for my freedom, for being a Mexican. We honor the fighters and the fallen fighters that fought in this Spanish War. Also, like this event by itself, it gives me a reason to respect my ancestors. Just like, I don't know, just like they fought for me, they fought for my family. And to us, it's really important, a really important celebration to us. Well, now, it's like I have a few classmates that are like Mexican here. And I just want to I know you're probably Mexican. You're probably Mexican. Yeah. But the reason is why is
citation on that.
Because to me, this celebration just gives me the right to be a Mexican. Be proud. Just have pride in my culture. And I don't know. It just gives me that feeling is like, oh, I'm proud to be Mexican. Well, what I'm going to talk about is how Spain arrives, how the Spanish War came about, who led it, how do we celebrate it, and how does today the community of Mexicans get together. So I'll move on to the next slide. See this guy right here? This is Cortez, the main guy from Spain. So they set sail to looking for a new world, try to find new land. So they sailed with 500 soldiers with the leader Hernán Cortés. So then they arrived to Mexico in 1512. When they arrived there, they didn't see no one until they came in contact with the Aztecs. During this time, the Aztecs were ruling Mesoamerica. And they were also the last emperor of the Aztecs. His name is I can't really say it. But yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, so basically Spain captured them so they could keep conquering of the Mexicans. So they keep conquering this. So they conquered the Aztecs first, and then through 300 years, they just kept this conquering, going all over Mexico, just conquering people. So what they try to do is Mexicans try to flee Mexico, but they couldn't because they all had Spaniards just on the border of the United States and Mexico. So what the Spaniards did was either imprison them or kill them just in sight because they're guilty of. They were guilty of, I don't know if I forgot the name of it, but they were guilty of something, just trying to escape. So now let's get into how the war began. See, people wanted the freedom to just to be free, basically. And then so people try to fight and just try to get their freedom out of this, but they keep on failing. And so then, basically the war started in September 15th, 1810. I think 1810, yeah. And like I said, Spain tried to conquer Mexico for 300 years. And then Mexico tried to revolt to Spain, try to get their freedom. And they failed. But until this guy came, he's actually a priest. This is the guy that led the Mexican War, basically. What they did is, he started this church in Guanajuato, Mexico, where he just waited for the Spain to come in. He rang the bell, and all the whole town just came about and just attacked and just had him a huge war and battle in this little town. And I'm gonna show you some images of like the war. And this is the church he bring in. This is him, priest Hidalgo, and these are the 2 war battles. Now let's get into the celebration. See, it started in September 15th, 1810. September 15th, 1810, and the day of independence is the 16th. So they celebrated like back to back. So they all get together the 15th at 9 in front of the church. Once it's the 16th, they ring the bell. Like the president comes out and rings the bell, waves the flag, and everyone's just like, "Oh, Viva Mexico, Viva Mexico." And then it just brings all of Mexico just together in this little town. Now it's like a big city, but further than. So it's just basically just a huge ceremony. Here's some images. Here's some images of the Grito. And you see right here, this is all the people that get there. This is the church. But this is where they usually like, well, right here, because this is like the church. But usually just like the bell, just ringing it. Here's the president, ringing the bell, waving the flag. This is just basically the 15th, and it's the midnight. That's what we say, Viva Mexico. But now I'm going to get into how the community comes together. See, Mexicans, they just get all together from the whole country just gets together in this little town just to celebrate this. And then now in America, what we do, we all get like little parties and like celebrate, play music, and we just watch it on TV. And then, in conclusion, I just went about how Spain came to Mexico, tried to conquer them. My main points were how Spain came, the war started, who led it, and the celebration. Sorry about that. And in closing, well, if you see people just having pride in the September 15th and 16th, it just shows how they're proud to be Mexican, just respect their culture. All right, well, that's it. Thank you.